Hey guys, welcome to my channel BitGlenn. My name's Glenn and I like to share with you what I learn in the world of cryptocurrency as I go through it. So as you guys know, I've been renovating a property up north and my concentration for cryptocurrency obviously went right down. As you can imagine, I was working long days and I was only having a few hours in the afternoon, and there's only so much you can actually read about cryptocurrency before you fall asleep. So anyway, I've been back for about a week now. I've spent some time with friends and family, and the last sort of 3 days I've really sort of hunkered down and I've been looking loads into cryptocurrency. I've actually gone more into crypto than I usually do because I've started to look at yield farming, altcoins, trading, leverage trading. So I've done quite a lot in the space of 3-4 days. But I wanted to do this video today, sort of just giving you guys a total overview of what I've been up to, why I've been doing it, and what I've learned from the whole process. Because a lot of you out there will be screaming, no Glenn, don't touch altcoins. Some of you will be saying, yeah, buy this, buy that. So everyone has different opinion of how this game should be played, of accumulating more Satoshis. And I want to give my 2 piece on it. Now, normally when I sort of free flow talk like this, I normally do a live stream and have you guys joining in with me. But I just wanted to do this video today to sort of summarize what I feel is going on in the world of cryptocurrency from my point of view. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. But let's get right into the video. So before we get into it, I just want to say a massive thank you yet again to everyone that's been smashing up the like button, everyone that's been clicking subscribe, and to all the new people and all the comments that the videos have been getting. It doesn't mean I want you to stop there. I still want you to smash that like button for me, and I want you to click subscribe if you're brand new to this channel. I'm a normal guy in a shed at the end of his garden talking about cryptocurrency and what I find interesting at the time. I tried to not shill or to promote anything in particular too heavy. So if you like that sort of view, like a more level grounded view on crypto, then please click subscribe. Although saying that, I did mention in my live stream that I might actually start talking about different altcoins, because at the moment it seems like the market's all about Binance and KuCoin. That's if you was involved in cryptocurrency a few years ago, the buzzwords were mining, and that's how I got involved, mining Bitcoin. And the idea of it, of mining this digital code online from the end of your garden or in your spare room, was just, it was an awesome idea. It really blew my mind. But mining, as we know, is only for the rich few at the moment, and people that actually put in the time and dedication into making a farm and making it sustainable and cost effective. And there are channels out there that have succeeded in that. Although every sort of cryptocurrency mining channel that I see have now come away from that. They've stopped mining or stopped talking about mining altogether. I'm in that bandwagon. I started off with mining and I've come away from it just because it doesn't make financial sense. You'd have to be doing it at a loss just for the entertainment of it. But what's the new form of mining? So at the moment, there seems to be a lot of cryptocurrencies that are offering staking or yield return. So at the moment, a big buzz phrase is DeFi and staking, and you have these platforms like Curve that are offering yield rewards, and they've really taken off. Now, some of these rewards were ridiculous. Some of them, I think, were like 1,200% APY. You know, absolutely insane returns, and I'm sure some people made really big killings on them. But I never got involved in it because it just sounded too good to be true. And when something sounds too good to be true, it normally is because it is. So normally there's some sort of downfall there at some point. And recently we've just seen that there was a yield farming project called Yam. And it sounds a bit odd saying that, Yam, but let's bring up the screen share. What's interesting about this coin is that It literally went from a $60 million market cap, which is huge. Think about that. Something that is worth $60 million. Now, if I started up a ERC20 DeFi project and I was doing it all legit, like I was going to go and buy houses with it, like I've spoken to you guys, if you've watched my videos, you've known that I have this sort of passion for property in the UK. So if I created a coin where I could buy properties and I was giving rewards to the people that invested in the coin, it probably wouldn't pump that much. It probably wouldn't be worth that much. Even though there was something physical back in it and there was also some sort of gain from it, it wouldn't pump that much. It wouldn't be worth nowhere near that. I mean, I was thinking, oh, I'd be lucky if I can raise $50,000. But this is worth $60 million. Now, bearing in mind, so you've got your head around that, it went from $60 million to zero in 35 minutes. I should laugh because there's people out there that have lost lots of money, I assume. But I've been saying for a while that I think this Curve platform seems a bit scammy, seems a bit too good to be true, and that's why I've stayed clear of it. And it's for reasons like that. It's all well and good making these awesome returns, but you could literally lose it in the drop of a hat. Now, apparently this was due to there being a bug in the smart contract, because remember, these are ERC20 tokens. Unless they've been audited by someone who is very, very clued up and knows about bugs and faults and hacking issues and code and the way it's written and the way the smart contracts are implemented, unless you have someone check that quite regularly, then you're opening yourself up to these sort of attacks. Well, this yam that loads of people on Twitter, and I said the other day in my live stream, I said, you've got to be really careful, guys, with what these people are talking about. And a lot of YouTubers as well. There was a lot of YouTubers talking about these curve-based yield farming contracts, smart contracts that you put money into. And I said, just be careful what it is you're putting your money into, because they can just, and then literally 2 days later, one of them just went to zero, and it was the biggest one as well. So, yeah, it just goes to show. But anyway, so that's one crazy sort of news story that's going on in the world of cryptocurrency. I think that happened either early this morning or yesterday. I can't remember. Now, talking about Curve, this got me thinking. There's meant to be a Curve governance token coming out, which is a governance token based around the Curve DeFi yield farming platform, which, let's have a little look if I can get it out now while I'm talking. Sorry, I was just trying to think what I should search. Let's see if I can actually get the official website up. See, Box Mining's been talking about it loads. Here we go. Here we go. Curve.fi. So this is the platform here, this Curve. The idea behind it, from what I can gather, is you put stable coins into it and the platform puts those stable coins to work. So it starts putting them in projects and other things for you, and it's all verifiable on the blockchain, so you can keep an eye on it. So it's not just like they're just pumping you money for no reason, and because you've helped that platform out, they reward you, then the platform accumulates all of that and then obviously pays you out. So some of these are very high yielding projects. Now, I said a long time ago, oh, I wish there was a platform where you could put some money into it and it would stake your coins for you on loads of different staking platforms. This is sort of like that from what I can gather. They're yielding the best rates of return for your coins and then paying them back to you. Well, this has been sort of a decentralized software that you can run yourself. You have to actually send them the coins. But now they've actually got a governance token that's being released. And that was released, I believe, early hours this morning. But this is where things in the world of crypto are just not simple. Apparently, the Curve token was meant to be released, and someone in either the team or someone that was close to the team, I'm not quite sure how it came about, actually got hold of the coding for the Curve token. He spent $18,000 or something like that to actually make it go active. So people saw it and thought, oh, CRV's live, oh, I'm going to start using it. They started using CRV, and then the Curve team decided, you know what, people are using it, people started to yield it already, so yeah, let's just make it go live. And this is their Twitter feed, right, just to show you that I'm not making any of this up. So it says here, so Curve DAO and CRV token are launched by twitter.com OXC for ad. We had no choice but to adopt it. The launch has happened. Someone deployed CRV based on smart contracts we had published on GitHub, front running our efforts. While we initially were skeptic, it appeared to be an acceptable deployment with correct code, data and admin keys due to the token/DAO getting transaction. We had to adopt it. Now you might be thinking, why would he do that? Why would he do that? Well, apparently because obviously he set the software off first, he got the code going. He was the only single person mining or yield farming this Curve token. So he accumulated 20,000 of the Curve token straight away. Now you might think 20,000 of a, you know, what do you want to call it, a shit coin. But if we go over to the price, earlier on today, each coin, bearing in mind this is once it had come out, was worth up to $50. Someone was getting $50 per coin. Now, if you do $50 times 50 times 20,000, that's $1 million. So this guy potentially got up to $1 million if he'd sold all the Curve coins straight away for the sake of 18,000. That's an awesome return on investment. It just goes to show you these yield farming projects, they're run by small communities of people that are very heavily incentivized and have lots of money at stake if it takes off, and you're trusting them to not pump and dump it, to run away with the coins, to if there's a bug in it. So please be careful. Now, saying that, I wanted to tell you guys, because you guys know I like to be honest and transparent. Let's turn this light down. I bought loads of the Curve token. I went over to Uniswap because the price had gone from $54 a coin all the way down, and I bought it at sort of $10, just under $11. I think it was like $10.80 or something like that, $10.60. The price has been bumping around that sort of price. Now, when the price of the token actually went up to $54, even though there's only a small supply of the token, so at the moment there's quite a small supply of them, there's going to be 60 million tokens released every single day. So this time tomorrow, there is 60 million more of these Curve tokens than there were today. The day after that, there'll be another 60 million. But if you take into the fully diluted valuation, so the price of if all of the tokens were released all at the same time and they were all worth what they are right now, which is currently based on this $11.99, that would give it a total market cap worth more than Ethereum. You can't make this stuff up. So that's something to be wary of. Now, this coin may absolutely tank, but what is odd is that, one, there's a lot of hype around this coin. A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are doing YouTube videos about it. A lot of people talking about it on Twitter. They seem to be the go-to places if you want to pump a coin. Now, the other things that you can do to pump a coin at any given time is, one, have a mainnet launch, have an upgrade to have a 2.0, and I'm seeing that a lot. Lisk is currently having a 2.0 upgrade. Ethereum's having a 2.2 2.0 upgrade. Who was the other one? I think, was it Waves or one of the other ones? I think Tron's going through a 2.0 update. So yeah, that seems to be pumping coins at the moment. It's like 2017 repeating itself, 2.0. Well, the other things you can do are get listed onto Coinbase, Binance, KuCoin, Huobi, or whoever the other ones are. And this Curve token is being listed on all of them at the same time. So, soon as the coin was announced, Binance put out a thing on Twitter saying we will be doing the Curve token, which I think is an absolute shambles to their business. That might sound a bit aggressive, but some of these coins have genuinely done good things. Like, I would say 99% of them are scummy tokens, but some of them have done genuine good things to try and push the space forward, and they've been out for 2-3 years, but their volume might not be that high, or they might not have a good referral program, so they're not getting pumped as much. And this coin, this Curve token, which on the same day on their own platform, a coin had a bug in it, which meant that one of the tokens, this YAM, completely went to zero. On the same day, they decided to release it on every single exchange, which I just find very, very odd. Now, the only thing I can put that down to is they know it's going to pump, and they know that people are going to buy and sell it. So if they know that, why can't BitGlen get some of that action? That's what I'm hoping. So the first place that you could buy this Curve token at, for the price that I bought up, you can see it's gone up to $12.44 now, was over on Uniswap. And this is going to be a very... the price is going to fluctuate massive. Now, if I actually go over to Binance, where's my account? You can see that they have actually... is this working? So CRV. Oh, it's typed it twice now. This is why I normally do it on live videos, because now I've got to sit there and edit all this out. CRV versus Bitcoin. If you click on it, it thinks about it and it just crashes. So it's not available on Binance yet. Apparently they're going to list it later on tonight. I don't know how true that is, but you can deposit CRV. So I've bought CRV already. I'll take you over to my wallet, which I probably shouldn't show you. Let's go to wallet, spot, and where is it? Where are you? Curve DAO tokens. So you can see I've got 213 of them in there, just ready to rock and roll. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it's going to have a huge pump. It's going to fluctuate. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. It's going to go left, right, side. It's going to be all over the shop. It's going to look a mess. But I'm hoping that it does something like this one today. So this was a coin that was listed on Binance today. And if I show you this graph, look at that bar. So this coin here, this is Sand versus Bitcoin Exchange. At one point, this was up 860%. And I was watching it. I was watching it on the first 4 candles because I was on Binance anyway doing the whole CRV thing. And I thought, I saw on their Twitter, if you go up on here, just above the CRV thing, they announced that this is the Sandbox game and they're going to list Sand today. And I thought, right, okay, they're listing this Sand. Oh, I bet it has a bit of a pump. And I thought in my head, oh, it's going to go up 40%. A lot of these coins that pump on Binance on a day-to-day basis is like 40 to 30%. Well, this one pumped 771. Now that is because it went from being worth absolutely zero, so it was I assume 0 satoshis, all the way up to where it is now, which is 619. So in theory it pumped, that's 619% just there, I suppose, something like that. So Yeah, that's huge. And the odd thing is, I thought, right, this is really going to tank. It's going to go up there, it's going to hover about, and then it'll tank. But nope, it has stayed consistent throughout the day, and here it is. It actually went up a bit further. So insane, insane. So this is just a mental time to be in cryptocurrency. So the reason I wanted to do this video was just show you how crazy the space is at the moment. And why I believe that really altcoins is where it's at. Whether you agree with it or not, you might say, no, I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. You can stay with the price of Bitcoin. Now, I have been using this account called Fimex. There is a link in the description down below if you guys want to join it. It's probably one of the easiest, cleanest. I know I've been talking about PrimeXBT, and that is very easy and clean as well, and you can modular and move it. You can with this one as well, so there's actually very little separating the two different platforms, I suppose. This one though just seems to make it very easy when you're deciding. So what you do is you put in your limit price. So let's just say the price of Bitcoin at the moment is 11,837. You would put in there 11,837, and then you would put how much of your money you're willing to put into that, 100%, 25%, whatever, and then you can either short it or you can buy it. Big green button, big red button, easy, simples. Then you pick how much you want to leverage it. So you can just either leverage it for the same money that it's worth, so you're not using any leverage. Then you've got double, triple, 5 times, 10 times, 25, 50 times, and 100 times. Now I'm currently in a long that's 50 times, so that's a real big no. I am purely gambling. If anyone on these platforms tell you to do something like this, then you shouldn't be watching them. I don't recommend you do it. It is very, very stressful. But when I was watching the price here, so I was watching it all day yesterday. When I say all day, I mean from about 8:30 in the morning till probably 1 in the morning. All day. I was just staring at this chart. And even my wife said, Glenn, why are you just staring at a black screen with little lines going up here? I said, oh, don't worry about it. And what I was looking for all day, and I was sort of longing and shorting throughout the day because I've never done it before, so I was just practicing, I was just trying, I was just having a feel for it to see how it works, and I was winning some trades, I was losing some trades. Overall I've lost. I'm down probably I'd say about $2,000 in Bitcoin, so that's a no for me. I probably should have gone on some training course or learn, but anyway, I've been learning as I go along and I've been losing money along the way. So as I got to the bottom of what I was willing to spend on this platform, I thought, you know what, sod it, I'm just going to go for it. And when I drew this triangle and I was watching it, and I thought it was going to play out till, it got down here somewhere, but anyway, it broke out. And as soon as it broke out, I actually waited till about here. I thought, right, that's broken out now, and I think that's going to stay above this triangle. So I put in a long for 11.7, sorry. And since then we've been above that, and I was waiting for it to hit 11.8, and it did. Now we're at 11.830. So yeah, I've got a 50 times leverage. You can see here that I would end up making 0.06 of a Bitcoin, which is $800. That's, if I click this button now, I would walk away with sort of $700 to $800, depending on how the market price would fall at the time of pushing the button. And then obviously I've got to pay my fees, which are $59 in fees. Now, because I'm doing a 50x leverage, every time this goes up $1, obviously I'm getting X amount back. It's not exactly 50 to 1 like you would think. It depends how many, the size of your order and stuff like that, but I get a decent amount. You can see here that so far, since I've put in that long, it's gone up $120, but I'm up to $700 profit, that is. So on my 0.14 of a Bitcoin, I would end up with that plus that. So I'd end up with 0.21. But I've got a real strong feeling, and I might be completely wrong here, and this may absolutely drop. My liquidation level is 11,500. So if this drops $300 very quickly, then I would get liquidated. I'd lose all my money, and that is why you shouldn't do it. And this is why it can be quite stressful. I found myself checking the price of this so many times throughout the day when I didn't even mean to. Just psychologically, I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's gone up yet. And when it started getting up to 11.8, I was like, oh, should I cash out now? And I've got a real strong feeling that we're going to start testing the 12,000 mark again. We may get rejected and it may come down. I'm fully aware of that. So I may sell some of my position of this once we get up to 11,950, and then leave the rest in there just in case we do break past 12k. Because if we do break past 12k, I can see us going up quite quickly to sort of 13.5k, and with a 50 times leverage, that is huge sums of money. So I am really taking a punt, a shot in the dark, if you like. It's pure gambling at its finest form. So please do not copy this. I'm not offering any financial advice. I'm just taking a punt on it. So, what else is going on? I've told you about Curve, the DeFi space. The next thing that I've found really, really odd at the moment is Ethereum. Now, I actually, again, I said this to you guys. I've been saying it for a while, and sometimes when I say this, I get shot down. A lot of people don't like hearing it. I said that I think Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin in this next bull run. I think it's all going to be about Ethereum. A lot of people keep talking about Bitcoin going to 100k and 250k and stuff like that, but you very rarely hear people talking about, well, actually Ethereum's going to go to $5,000 a coin. Now, I'm not saying it's going to go to that, but you hear less of that. Well, the last two pumps that have come out of the crypto space have been Ethereum. Like, I'm talking out of the big boys. The altcoins are pumping 30-40% every day. But this pumped, went from 390 something straight up to past $400. So already I thought, right, well, that's Ethereum done for the next couple of days. But no, it didn't end there. We got throughout the day, and then boom, it went up again to $440. Now, I shared a graph earlier on in the day in the Team BitGlen group chat, which you can be a part of. The link to it is in the description down below, or you can just search Team BitGlen. Someone shared this graph here, and they said that this was their prediction for Ethereum. So they said it was going to go down a bit, and then it was going to shoot right up to just under $500 per coin. And this would be by the 17th of August. So this is a very good call, because currently we are here. We are at $440. So they absolutely nailed this bit here so far. What's to say they won't? Now, I actually got that from a Telegram group chat called, I think it's called Binance TA Calls. Yeah, there you go. Oh, look, there you go. And they've even wrote a thing about it. Oh, no, this XRP. Exactly 12 hours ago, we opened a long position on XRP in the premium margin call. At the moment, it has 20% ROE. We still hold it because the setup is valid. There's a bullish flag and a strong horizontal support. So they got the Ethereum one spot on. So what's to say that they don't get that one right? This is the Ethereum one. They said we're putting in a long position, the range between 412 and 420. And they were right to do so, because that has that's gone up loads. So anyway, so this I would recommend. There's 3,000 subscribers in here. It doesn't seem like the other ones, like where they're trying to shill you a particular coin. They're talking about the major coins. They're giving you updates on Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. But they do mention, like, oh, this coin's just got released. Like this one, they're talking about Ghost Coin. This one, they're talking about Poly. But some really good calls in there. So I'd recommend being a part of that. And I've just realised my head is over most of it, so you probably didn't see most of that while I was just talking about. Stupid Glenn. But yeah, so that's a really interesting. Now, obviously I've been in this space now for 3.5 years, and the way that the trend that typically happens is Bitcoin goes up, the rest go up behind Bitcoin. Bitcoin pumps first, then the rest follow. So look, you hear a lot of people in the crypto space saying the tide that rises all. So if you imagine loads of boats, when the tide goes up, they all go up together. That has happened for 2.5-3 years straight. Like, I've never seen coins break away from Bitcoin as much as they are now. So a recent one of that is Chainlink. Chainlink has just exploded in price, like crazy amount. At the moment it's at $16.78, but it was up to $18. Now if we look back over the space of about a week or so, this was, let's go 30 days actually. You can see here, this was at $7. And I remember people on Twitter, the Chainlink community, saying, oh, this is it, we're going to hit $10. But it got to $10 and then boom, it just went straight to 18. So almost doubling. So you'd get all these people talking about, oh, Bitcoin's going to hit its all-time high later this year or next year. Well, you can buy a coin and it can 2x very easily. And even ones that are high up on the list as well. Now, I'm not suggesting you all go out and dump your money into altcoins, but if you are in this space just because you think, oh, Bitcoin's going to go from where we're at the moment to say 20-30k, then you might as well at the moment just buy any altcoin, like almost any altcoin. You can see here loads from pumping 25-30%, a lot of them 15-16%. But if you look at the overall, like over the last 7 days, so let's bring up this last 7 days. So if you invested in any of these altcoins in the last 1 week, this one's up 150%. Then you've got 132, 125, 124, 109. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. And you can see most of them, that's in the top 100. There's only a few coins to the bottom where they've essentially broken even, if not they're a little bit down. Everything else has pumped. So if you own any coins at the moment that aren't Bitcoin, Ethereum, then or even Ethereum's done well actually, so any coin any coin apart from Bitcoin. This was one of the factors why I put in that 50 times long, because it is a very reckless thing to do. It's a very stupid thing to do, but I have never seen all these altcoins and Ethereum pumping before Bitcoin's even moved. It's very unusual. Like, normally you have to have some big news come out. So let's just say back in 2017 when it was the alt season, you might get a coin and someone might tweet about it, someone famous. You might have I remember an NBA team in America were going to start releasing their own altcoin. And altcoins to do with sports and stuff like that were pumping. That's because the news led the market. And traders led the market. Well, there's been no news, like nothing's come out about a lot of these coins, you know, like I've just shown you there's about, what, out of the top 100, 80? You know, how many are left? Probably 20? Yeah, about 20, 25. The rest of them have all pumped. They haven't all come out with news. They haven't all had a mainnet launch. They haven't all had a 2.0. It's just the traders are looking, right, what's going to be the next pump? What's going to be the next pump? So it's very hard to lose money. Essentially, though, for this, what you need to do is buy any altcoin, hold it on some exchange like Binance that you can quickly sell it for, and you need to sell it once it's up. Because when Bitcoin breaks out, if the past is anything to go by, obviously it may be completely different now. When Bitcoin goes up and we break 12,000, everyone will sell their altcoins to, and they will lose like 20-30% gain to jump on Bitcoin, which will go up maybe 5%, 3%, something like that, because people are so fearful that they're going to miss out. But if you look at Bitcoin, yes, I do think we can get to 20k, and yes, I do think overall it's going to be the biggest gainer of all time. But you're talking over the course of a long period of time. If you just want to make money between now and this time next year, or the end of this year, or this month, your best bet is to just, when they have a dip, like say Chainlink now, buy Chainlink now. And some people will say, oh, it's at the top. Well, that's what the people said at $7. That's what people said at $8. That's what people said at $9. That's what people said at $10, $11. You get the point. There's no reasons why these coins are pumping. They're not offering anything that's worth what they are currently worth. I'm telling you this as a real. Some of you out there will have a coin that you absolutely love and adore. You love it with a passion. Let's just say Bitcoin SV. I see people talking about Bitcoin SV on Twitter all the time. Oh, it's the real Bitcoin, blah blah. That is, to me, that is one of the worst. That XRP, Bitcoin Cash. I'm even starting to think Litecoin, EOS. All these coins, in my mind, are like the scum of the scum in the world of cryptocurrencies. But I'm telling you, they will have 30-40% gains at some point in the near future. So if you are looking to make money quickly, buy these altcoins when they have a dip and just ride them out for a few weeks, a month. Now, when Bitcoin does eventually pump, you may think, oh no, this is it, I'm losing out, Bitcoin's going to go to 14k. Well, actually take a step back and think about that. If Bitcoin goes from 11.5 to 14k, what is that? That's a 20% gain, 30% gain. Whereas obviously these coins are pumping, as we just saw, 60-70%. Now they will go down. They will, once Bitcoin goes on a run, they will drop. But if we look back at 2017, as the dominance of Bitcoin went down, so let's have a little look at that. I don't know if this is like a same as CoinMarketCap, where they show you the graphs for all the Bitcoin dominance and stuff. Okay, coin dominance. So Bitcoin is currently at 66% at this point, but you can see it slowly declining. Now, what that means is that more money is going into the altcoins as opposed to coming into Bitcoin. Now that will flip one day. One day all the altcoins will sell off and they'll dump massively because everyone will want to get back into Bitcoin. And it will probably coincide with new all-time highs, I would imagine. So when Bitcoin breaks 20k and people are talking about it on the news, on Twitter, on YouTube, oh, Bitcoin's at a new all-time high, and people go, oh my god, I need Bitcoin, I need to get it because I'm missing out. That's when they'll sell their altcoins, and all of a sudden the Bitcoin dominance will rise again. But you've got to think, between now and then, if you can make, double your money, which sounds silly, but if you have $1,000 and you put it into anything on Binance, essentially, and I don't even like Binance. I think Binance are shady as fuck. But if you bought SNX, I mean that's pumped 20%. Right, if we go to, I don't know, I was looking at this one the other day. I think that pumped 50% the other day. Let's zoom out of this. This had a huge pump. It's on a 1 minute chart. This went up loads. As long as you know when to cash out, as long as you have in your mind, right, okay, if this coin goes up 25%, I'll cash out of it, then you're not going to lose. So I think that's the 2020 version of mining at the moment. I believe these coins to be complete garbage. I believe that they won't really improve the world in any way. I don't think they're going to help anyone out. I mean, a lot of people really like Chainlink and they're pumping Chainlink at the moment, but is it going to change the world like Bitcoin is? I don't think so. But will it probably rise another 50%, 100%, 2x, 3x? Yeah, probably, because I can see it going to $50 a coin, $60 a coin, which means from where it's at the moment, you're talking about a 2 or 3x. A lot of people will say, God, $17 wasn't the top. And everyone will say, oh, see, I told you, you know, when it just reminds me of XRP, and I've told you guys this story before. Someone messaged me, someone from the team BitGlen, and he showed me evidence that at one point when XRP went up to $3 a coin, because he'd bought loads of them at like 50 cent or 20 cent, he could have exchanged it for like 7 Bitcoin at the time. But in his head, he was so like, oh no, it's going to keep going up, that he kept them, and they went all the way back down to like $1 or something like that. So he cashed them out at $1 price. So he still made what is that? That's a 4x or something like that. But he could have had so much more. As long as you don't get greedy, and you just have an exit in mind when investing in these coins. Like this Curve coin I've bought, and that is me being greedy, because really, if Bitcoin goes up $100 like it has, that's a $100 gain that you've made today. But obviously I'm not content with that. I want more. So, you know, and I'm sure everyone does. So if this absolutely tanks and goes down to like 50 cent or something like that, then I've lost out on that. But I've just got a strong feeling that if I hold this coin for week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, unless Bitcoin goes on a massive run, which if it does, I'm covered both ways. If Bitcoin goes on a massive run, I'm going to do well out of this long. If it doesn't and it hovers around this price, people are like, oh, I might as well invest in some altcoins while Bitcoin's not doing much. And altcoins are going to continuously go up from where we are. And it does remind me of 2017. You look at people like Supoman and Box Mining, and they were talking about different coins almost every day. And they got a big following for it. And I understand why now, because it would be so easy for me to just go, hey guys, today I'm going to be looking at, and just name any coin. Any coin. At some point or another, it's going to pump. And then you can do a video, whether it's a week or two later, saying, look, I told you this would pump 50%. You should subscribe to my channel. Make sure you join my paid group. Make sure you do this, because you're going to be like, well, yeah, he's picking all the winners. But in a bull run, it's very hard to pick the losers. It's, you know, it's and actually I've done that because I probably shouldn't show you guys this, because it shows that maybe I'm not good at picking winners. But Hex has gone down loads. This was double that only a week or two ago, so this has really dropped. It's actually getting pretty close to the price I paid for it. I paid 1.6, something like that, so this is not far off of what I actually paid for it. So as you guys may know, I put in £800, which is about $1,000 into this project, and it 2x. So I got my $1,000 back out, and I left the money riding, and that money now is currently worth $1,100. Now that was worth about $2,000 at one point, because this went up to 0.006 or something like that. So this was worth a lot more at some point or another, but I'm still holding Hex. And the funny thing is when people are looking at this curve finance and this yield farming, it seems like there are a lot of scammy things going on there, whereas Hex has continuously just done exactly what it said it was going to do on the tin. Like, you can still stake the coins, you can still earn staking rewards, you get paid bonuses every time someone does an emergency end stake. So this I think Hex is, I really like it. It just does exactly what it says on the tin, and it's been out for a year now. It's been audited by some big firms, and it hasn't missed a heartbeat. It hasn't gone down for maintenance. It hasn't had any bugs that have come up. It hasn't had duplicated transactions. Just, it's had nothing go wrong with it. And I said when I first talked about this Really, the only criticism that you can have of Hex is I don't like Richard Hart, or that's pretty much the main one. Or the other one is the money that he's raising through Ethereum on a daily basis. Where's the Ethereum going? They're like the two things. I don't like Richard Hart. Where's the Ethereum going? So that's really your biggest risk there. And obviously you've got to hope that he doesn't dump it on you. But you got to think, if anything, he's going to dump Ethereum. Why would he dump his own coin when he's put his face and name to the whole project? He's going to be found out very easily. So I don't think that he's going to do that, and I still don't think that. So I still think long-term wise, Hex is due for some really good days, and I can imagine the Hex community really it paying off one day. But yeah, I'm just surprised that this one hasn't pumped out of all the coins that have pumped, which is odd because some of them that are pumping, they're pumping 40%, 30%. They are clearly scammy coins, like that yam that went to zero. They're clearly not right, So yeah, that's my 2 cents, my 2 satoshis, if you like. That's what Lark would say. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Sorry I've rambled on a bit. This is a 45-minute long video, but I just wanted to go through some of the stuff. I had so much on my mind of things that have been going on the last sort of 3 or 4 days, rather than doing like 4 little videos about each topic, which take me ages to record. I thought I'd just blurt it all out to you guys, so you guys are like, okay, that's what Glenn's thinking, that's where he's at, and that's his opinion on the space at the moment. But I don't know it all. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please comment down below. What do you think about buying altcoins at the moment? Do you think it's reckless? Do you think it's stupid? Or are there some altcoins that you really, really want me to look into? Please comment down below. If you are looking at doing any sort of leverage trading, the 2 platforms that I would recommend for ease of use, ease of sign up, you just send them Bitcoin and you can go straight away. And that is FIMEX or PrimeXBT. There is referral links in the description down below. I may get a commission or bonus if you sign up to them, so that's entirely up to you if you want to use that. You can also, if you think now's a good time to buy Hex, there is a link in the description down below to buy Hex. A lot of you have been contacting me regarding CRO. Obviously I've done videos about them in the past, and there seems to be an issue with the topping up the card, and a couple of you messaged me and I looked at it and I had the option to top up, so I was like, well, mine's working. But actually when I was in the shop the other day and I clicked top up and I tried to top up using a debit card, it came back saying please contact our customer services. So there is obviously an issue, so I'm going to be doing a video on that separately. And also there's a new type of card that is coming out. This is something I wanted to talk to you guys about, actually, probably in another video, but let's go check it out now. I think it's XXP Swipe. Yeah, so this is the coin that it's actually owned, I think, by Binance, and essentially they're going to do the same thing that Crypto.com did. They're going to offer Netflix rebates, Airbnb, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Prime, if you go for the platinum card or the black card or whatever it is, exactly like CRO. And they're essentially going to have 2 tokens. So you're going to have BNB for the exchange, and then you're going to have SXP for the swipe cards. So there's going to be 2 separate companies running at the same time under the same umbrella, with 2 different tokens. And Binance are actually giving away, if you own BNB, you're getting free SXP in the exchange as an airdrop over the next couple of weeks or months, I believe I was reading, up to $16 million worth, which is huge. So obviously Binance own quite a majority, otherwise they wouldn't give away that amount. But that's going to be a competitor to CRO, and I think competition in the space is good, because now CRO are going to have to say, right, let's up our game, let's start offering something, let's think outside the box. Swipe are going to be thinking the same, right, let's not just copy what they've done, let's actually do this, let's offer something unique. So I think competition in the space is good. So I'm going to apply for one of these swipe cards, and the second I can get one, I'll do a review and I'll compare the two and tell you which ones I think are better or what they're good for. That's really it from me, guys. Really, I think I've covered everything that has been bugging me or I've been thinking about for the last few days. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Join the Telegram group chat. It's just Team BitGlen. Or you can add me on Twitter. I'm trying to really build up my Twitter following, although I go on Twitter and literally all I do is read what other people are posting. So I'm trying to post more on there to try and build a bit of traction for my account. But you can follow me. It's just BitGlen. I've been sharing sort of prices and charts and funny videos or memes. So if you want to follow me on there, feel free. I'd love to hear from you. You can message me. A lot of you have been messaging me privately through the Twitter. And that's really it, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to click subscribe if you're new to my channel. If you like my sort of down-to-earth approach, I know a lot of YouTubers out there will be like, Chainlink's going to $1 million, you know, you need to buy now. And some people really like that sort of sales pitch mentality. This here's more of a conversation, more of a down-to-earth, let's all talk, let's all get different points of view across. So if you like that style of content, please click the subscribe button, hit the little bell notification, and when I'm out and about, I like to do a live stream using my phone. And I just do that as and when I'm ready. I don't do specific, bit like Ivan on Tech, he goes live every day, and that's the best way to do it, on time, without foul. But yeah, I haven't got that luxury, I'm afraid. So yeah, click the little bell notification and you'll be notified when I go live. So at least you've got half a chance of joining in and sending me a message while I'm live and saying, Glenn, what do you think about this? And then you'll get my honest feedback at the time. So that's it from me, guys. I'll leave it there and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.